Well, as you guys can see, we got her on the stand now. I'm going to start pulling the turbo, the manifold off, and knocking up the one you can probably see in the back of the shot right here. Seeing how well everything lines up, I'm going to throw the alternator back on, throw the alternator pulley back on, and just see where we land for all the clearances with the exhaust and everything coming down through here. So I don't have much memory card left. I gotta empty it out. So I'll probably just kind of give you little updates as I go, instead of like letting you watch like we did with the engine pulling. So I gotta pick up another card so I have more room on cards later. So alright, I'll give you an update when I get her all off and see where we get. So what clearances we have. Alright guys, well, we got the big turbo to fit. It's supposed to be that big, right? I mean, it's small compared to some other ones people put on. So, with the stock header, this compressor is way too big, and she follows the water pipe. So, I don't know. Kind of curious to see how the header we purchased is going to fit. I hope it's better than this thing, but I just had to put it on. I mean, it fits.
Because it looks so pretty.
It does. It looks really nice. I mean, it fits. It would be very functional. I mean, all I need to do is, on the back side here, there's a little corner of this.
Clean up my cool flange.
Clean up the flange. I can get oil into it.
You can't get exhaust
I can
out
get,
of
yeah, I can get exhaust out. We looked at it. Our pipe will fit nicely. We'll have to heat wrap it and then see about maybe shortening this hose or
doing something.
getting it to do something. We are going to have to move the coolant for the other half here. The turn we'll have to move, but it's what it is when you want to put I don't even know if I'm in the view. I think I am.
I think
put
so.
it in there. So be interesting to see how it goes in the rest of the way. Well, like I said a little earlier, I don't know if I'm going to put the clip in or not, but memory card's getting kind of full. Gotta keep these little snippets short so I can get everything on the computer later tonight or something and delete the card. So, well, later. Alright guys, it's a new day. We're going to start tearing this thing down. We're going to try and get this thing all torn down and possibly get the new rings and lower bearings in it today. We'll see how far we get on that. Our next project then will be the car over here to our this direction. We're going to pull the okay, we'll pull that out. Can I talk to you that way? So after the motor's all torn down and possibly all put back together depending on how far I get today, I'm going to try and bust ass today and not do slow work like yesterday. Try and get everything put back together today. That would be pretty freaking cool if I can get that done, so I can move on to this project. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to remove, when I had the donor car, I literally grabbed, everything to run the engine wiring harness, dash wiring harness, everything to eliminate the ever thought of it having an auto. So in a box over here, right there, I have dash and engine wiring harness. I did not grab the chassis wiring harness for like the headlights, stuff like that, because main wiring harness plugs in, or the engine harness plugs in here. So I'm going to pull that out, make sure the plug is still the same, which I do believe it is. Really hope it is. And I also have to put the slave cylinder in. Well, not the all the lines for the slave cylinder, which run this frame rail all the way across the back, and then up to where you kind of see our little siren-y horn sitting is where the master cylinder for the clutch sits. So I gotta pull a lot of stuff off of here, try and get that ran. Got it up on a wall over there. Tried to not take it apart as much as I could, not bend it up as much as I could when I took it out of the last car, but that didn't work as well as planned. So that is what today entails. So I'll probably leave the little GoPro run here. I got 2 new memory cards for it, so I'll probably let it run here for a minute or two and let you watch as I start tearing into this thing, get the head off, and whatever else I get done today. Alright, get to work, I guess. Turn this little plugger off.
That'd be cool. This is only 24 pound, that's like a 32 pound injector.
If I don't cut this out of the video, 20 minutes already and I've got nothing done? Maybe I don't want to record stuff. And I realize how slow I am at working on stuff.
parents drag raced semis. And we were testing turbos while we were trying to figure out the best combination on one of our semis. And so that led to, of course, issues several times because it was our daily, it was our work semi.
Million-mile plus.
Yeah, it had like 1.4 million, and there we are. It was rebuilt at 1.2, so it only had 200,000 on a fresh rebuild, which we balanced the motor, poured and polished the intake, the heads, and matched the exhaust manifold. Ran separate fuel lines because on the Cummins N14 it has one fuel line coming in the back of the head, or in the front of the head. Well, it's got 3 heads and it comes in on just one end, goes all the way through and comes back. So by the time the fuel gets to the back head, it's really hot, expanded a lot, and probably boiling, so you're not getting as much fuel in those cylinders as you are in the first cylinders. So we ran separate feed and return lines out of each head, and we put bigger injectors. I mean, we just did everything to this motor to make it more efficient, along with more powerful, because it was his hauler. And
Sorry to be continued.
yes.
Hey everybody. Hey, just realized I've been working away and haven't really been doing an update on it. Yeah, so update. Pistons are out, oil pan's off, whole front's done, or taken out apart except for the oil pump. I can see the heads off back here in the corner. That over there, probably can't see it very well. Take you off your little perch here. So, yeah, see, all the pistons are out. The walls aren't as good as I was hoping they'd be. I was hoping to be able to get away without honing it and just putting it in. But what I'll do is I'll probably, can't really see much from this angle, either get a little dingly ball honer in it or deglazer in it, or I got over on this engine I've got the ridge reamer and a hone. I was gonna use this block, the one that had the number 3 cylinder bad in it, but I realized it's way too far gone. I mean, the oil pump is seized. The crank, it turns, but it's just not very good. I pulled all the pistons out of it, realized that every single rod bearing was turned. Every one of them. Not a single one was unharmed. Every single one was about ready to fly out. So, and these cylinders are completely glazed. I mean, it's just, that thing was in not good shape. So there's my pistons from the good block. Here's the head. Definitely noticeably smaller cams, different valve springs are smaller in this one. It's insane. And kind of hard to see. Bottom's not super good shape. I was hoping to see it was in a little better shape, but I mean it's still a good 160,000 mile 4G63. So it's a G6S 3 head. I have no clue what that means. Actually, I'm going to look at my other one and see what that one is. G63T. R2, sorry, not T2. Wonder what that means. 3, 2. Wonder if they're different in some way. All the rod bearings, back to the rod bearings, in there look halfway decent. I mean, they're a little discolored from age or what, but they're not really scratched or anything. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna finish tearing her down and really lube up the either deglazer or hone before I touch this, because I'm worried about getting stuff down in there. So I don't know. I hope I'm gonna put pieces of tape or something over the squirters, since these are not unboltable squirters. They are literally machined right in there. You can see them hanging off to the side over here in the bore. So yeah, not good. Oh yeah, I also sprayed her down with the pressure washer, a little purple power, and cleaned her right up. So it's a little prettier. Did not get any wiring done on this thing today. I decided to focus mainly on breaking this down. Sadly, I got it broke down. I don't remember when I think it was about 10 o'clock or so when I did the first little spiel on it. It is now 12 hours later, and that is all I got. We did a whole bunch of figuring on what we're going to do with the turbo, a bunch of other stuff. What we came up with for the turbo is we are going to buy a totally different header than what we originally bought. We're going to go external wastegate, get a block off plate on the turbo. For the internal, we're just going all external on it. Should fit a whole lot better. So hopefully I can get this thing honed up and not make a mess and not get any debris down there. I think I'm going to stick something down in there, some paper or something, like I said, to keep every bit of dirt out of it. The only thing is, if I stick paper in there, when I pull it out, it's probably going to just dump all over everything. So if I just kind of take her easy, should be alright. So, and I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get a drill, get my hone going. We got this. So I am, like I said, I got a black interior, so I figured pull everything out, put black in.